Realtors abide by a code of ethics. This is Article 9 in action. Beth, a first-time homebuyer, knew nothing about the home buying process, except that she wanted to buy a home. But her realtor had the expertise to make sure Beth understood every document, even giving her copies to review with her lawyer so Beth could close on her first home with confidence. Complicated things explained in simple terms. The difference between an agent and a realtor is real. Realtors are members of the National Association of Realtors. That's who we are.
Kickstart summer with Memorial Day values at Lowe's. Choose 4 or more eligible Samsung appliances to complete your dream kitchen and laundry room. Plus, get 10% back via MasterCard gift card rebate. Also, save now on the latest Samsung appliances, like the bespoke refrigerator with panels in a variety of colors to mix and match. It's an easy way to create your own unique look. Memorial Day values start now at Lowe's. Shop in-store or online today. Offer ends June 13th. See Lowe's.com/rebates for details.
What's up? It's your boy, The Ted Smith. Thanks for listening to the Men's Room Daily Podcast. Want more? Check out the greatest podcast in all the land, The Podcast. Be sure to subscribe and listen to a brand new episode every Tuesday night.
Somebody out there deserves to be recognized. And the Men's Room knows just who it is. So to you, we say, bottoms up, sailor. You're the toast of our shot of the day.
Drink time it is, and as usual, we head to the drink desk and Stephen Throwhill to find out who we're toasting.
Elsa's Castles in Arendelle, right. You heathens. You know what pisses me off about that? Once they said that, having seen the movie 500 times, like, it all comes running back.
Where's Arendelle?
I'm going to say Scandinavia again.
All right.
Today we chose 50-year-old Beyhan Mutlu of Bursa, Turkey. And again, I'm sure I said all of that wrong. Now, this past Tuesday, Beyhan and a group of his friends, they got together, started drinking. But after he got good and liquored up, he wandered alone in the woods. Apparently wanted to go find himself or something. Now, he was out there for several hours when he ends up stumbling upon a group of other people. And after a quick conversation, he was told, man, they're actually part of a volunteer search party looking for someone who got missing and was last seen in these very woods. So Beyhan, being the good Samaritan and a little drunk, he decided to join the search party. But at some point, the volunteers started yelling the name of the missing man. But the name they kept yelling was Beyhan. And that's when Beyhan realized that he was the guy they've been searching for. Once police pieced this together, they put him in his cop car and drove his ass home.
Jesus.
That's the whole story.
I'll help you guys. Who are you looking for?
Yeah, honestly, like, he saw these people like, what are you guys doing? They said, man, somebody went missing in these woods, so he's like, crap, dude, I've been out here for a bit. I'll help you look. They're like, thank you. So they walked for a while, and then at some point, I guess they saw evidence of where he had been, and that's what got them to start yelling his name. They said he was very confused, because his response, when they yelled his name, his exact response was, I'm here. Everyone turned around and looked at him, and they're like, you're the guy we're looking for. He's like, oh, yeah, I'm good.
Cool.
I'm good. Yeah, gave his ass a ride home.
Yeah, worked out.
He did. So we poured this booze. Yes, he did. He found himself. So we pour this booze and we drink this booze because we think it's yummy.
Yummy!
So over the tongue and down the throat to party in our tummies. Down the hola bichola.
The Men's Room presents Profile This.
And Stephen Throwhill, can you please tell everyone how Profile This is played?
I sure can, Miles. It's a simple game where we share with you a real-life news story, something that happened right here on planet Earth. And as you listen to the story, based on the stereotypes you believe to be true of people and the decisions that people make, we'll ask you what it is you think makes the story a story. Hello, Matthew. Welcome to the Men's Room.
Hola, bitches.
Hola. All right, Matthew, you understand how this here game is played?
I've heard it before.
All right, well, fantastic. You have your choice of one of 3 stories. We have the wonderful world of drugs. We have Bite Me. In other words, what did someone find in their food? And finally, interior decorating, where you guess the foreign object that ended up on the inside of someone.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the one that grosses me out the worst. That's the food one.
All right. All right, here is your story. A TikTok user named Tori Kinley. She is coming forward to claim that she bit into something quote-unquote crunchy twice while eating her usual Chipotle order, alleging that the second time she actually spat out part of that something. Now, she says in the video, quote, I used to eat Chipotle all the time, one of my favorite restaurants. I'm never eating there again. I was eating my burrito and I bit into something crunchy and I was like, oh, that's interesting. And then I spit it out thinking it was like crunchy corn. But then a couple of bites later, I ate something else that was crunchy. I spit it out and I spit out something that should not have been there. Now, she claimed that she also spat out the rest of the object. She then took the remains of her meal back to Chipotle from which she had ordered. First, she says Chipotle didn't do anything. Well, the videos collectively racked up over 1 million views, and about a month after posting her first video, she followed up with the viewers once again to say that a representative from Chipotle finally called her and offered her 3 free entrees.
Ooh,
good for her.
You're too kind. You're too kind.
Now, the question is, what did she bite into? Was it a bug, a screw, a fingernail, or a piece of styrofoam?
Well, I've never eaten at Chipotle, but they have fresh ingredients, right?
That is correct.
I like
I'm going with a bug. I bet there was a bug in some. What do you have, a burrito?
Yep.
Yeah, there's lettuce in a burrito.
It was a bug. Sorry, it was a burrito, yes.
A couple times and thinking it might have been corn. I could see a corn bug.
A corn bug, yes.
I think it's going to be the worst case scenario, which in my mind would be a screw.
Well, you wouldn't bite on that a couple times, though, would you? I wouldn't.
I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
Enough on a screw.
Okay.
Because I think he said she continued to eat and bit in again, and it crunched again.
Hey, Matthew, this is my guess, not yours. You already guessed. You guessed bug. You don't have to tell me if I'm wrong or why I'm wrong. I'm allowed to have my own opinion.
I thought you were trying to sway my guess.
I didn't ask you.
My bad.
I didn't. Ted?
Okay. So should I ask Ted so he can feel like he's part of the gang?
You know what? Screw it. You wouldn't let Miles talk, but I'm going with you. I'm saying bug.
Oh, you guys are friends now. Okay. All right. We're going to find out what you bit in there. Hang on there for Matthew. Matthew. Was it a bug, a screw, a fingernail, or a styrofoam next?
That was a tease.
Realtors abide by a code of ethics. This is Article 9 in action. Beth, a first-time homebuyer, knew nothing about the home buying process, except that she wanted to buy a home. But her realtor had the expertise to make sure Beth understood every document, even giving her copies to review with her lawyer so Beth could close on her first home with confidence. Complicated things explained in simple terms. The difference between an agent and a realtor is real. Realtors are members of the National Association of Realtors. That's who we are.
Kickstart summer with Memorial Day values at Lowe's. Choose 4 or more eligible Samsung appliances to complete your dream kitchen and laundry room. Plus, get 10% back via MasterCard gift card rebate. Also, save now on the latest Samsung appliances, like the bespoke refrigerator with panels in a variety of colors to mix and match. It's an easy way to create your own unique look. Memorial Day values start now at Lowe's. Shop in-store or online today. Offer ends June 13th. See Lowe's.com/rebates for details.
Geico asks, how would you love a chance to save some money on insurance? Of course you would. And when it comes to great rates on insurance, Geico can help. Like with insurance for your car, truck, motorcycle, boat, and RV. Even help with homeowners or renters coverage. Plus, add an easy-to-use mobile app, available 24-hour roadside assistance, and more, and Geico is an easy choice. Switch today and see all the ways you could save. It's easy. Simply go to geico.com or contact your local agent today.
Take the next step toward the career you want, be it business, cybersecurity, healthcare, or more. UMGC can help you get there. No application fee when you apply by August 31st. Visit umgc.edu, certified to operate by Chev.
Turn to the men's room with Miles and Thrill. 99.9 KISW.
Categories bite me on profile this. We got a TikTok user. She bit into something crunchy while eating a burrito at Chipotle. Company offered her 3 free meals.
Hey.
For the inconveniencer. Question is, what crunchy thing did she bite into? Was it a bug, a screw, a fingernail, or styrofoam?
And Matthew, that is the very question that we asked you. Now, Miles, you went screw, but Matthew, you made the point and said, look, man, if you bite into a screw, who the hell is going to bite into it again? Miles said he might, but Miles, oh, I'm afraid not.
Miles loves screws.
I do.
He does love screws, man. I mean, he'll just eat a mouthful of them anytime. Now, Matthew, you said now Chipotle, they are known for fresh ingredients, so it makes sense to you that there'd be a bug in there. That's part of the price of freshness, right? Ted, you agreed with him. You are correct, sir.
There you go.
Yes. A crunchy bug.
Full disclosure.
Yeah.
You just slipped up so bad.
I know.
Yeah, it's a bug. That's what I was like,
I know I did. And I saw you give me that look. I'm like, oh, damn it.
You played it off well, but you just said it so, like, confident. I was like, yeah, I'm wrong, bug.
Yeah. Okay.
Now for all TV news all the time, it's time for TV Time with Ted.
And now, because your pathetic life is confined to countless hours in front of a talking box, the Men's Room presents TV Time with Ted.
Some places in the world, they like bugs.
They do.
Eating bugs.
It's just better if you know they're going to be there.
Thailand. Street food.
Miles, of course, we'll have the Jimmys.
Jimmy Kimmel, Jimmy Fallon.
Seth Meyers. Trevor Noah back in the mix.
Mr. Noah.
Or Ted Smith.
Is it Ted or is it late night?
It is right there, the title. These guys have teams of talents and writers and help them come up with the monologues each and every night. It is up to you to determine, is this an actual late night joke and from whom, or could it be a The Ted Smith original?
Some new data released by Netflix shows that people spent 625 million hours watching Bridgerton in the first month it was released. The crazy part is, one aunt in Dayton, Ohio, counted for over 600 million of those hours by herself.
Fallon.
Kimmel.
Fallon.
Some entertainment news. According to new data released by Netflix, people spent 625 million hours watching Bridgerton in the first month it was released. What's even crazier is one aunt in Dayton, Ohio, accounted for 600 million of those hours by herself.
Demi Lovato says she had a beautiful and incredible experience with aliens while in the desert at Joshua Tree.
Of course you did.
Look, I get it, Demi. We've all done mushrooms at Joshua Tree.
The Ted Smith.
Seth Meyers.
Ted Smith.
Good one.
I feel like anybody I know that's ever been to Joshua Tree is like, we need psychedelics. Like, all right, I get it.
It's a military base. Let's make it real weird.
I mean, I'm not against it. I'm just like, yeah, I get it. U.S. Post Office announced its service is about to get more expensive and slower. Seems like the changes have already gone into effect because they mailed out that announcement 2 months ago.
Fallon?
Kimmel.
Fallon.
The U.S. Post Office announced that its mail delivery is about to get slower and more expensive. It seems like the changes have already got into effect because they mailed out that announcement 2 months ago.
French President Emmanuel Macron was hit with an egg while touring an international food fair. Said Macron, that's un ouf.
Myers.
Fallon.
That's Seth Meyers.
French President Emmanuel Macron was hit by an egg while touring an international food trade fair. Said Macron, that's an oof.
I thought about writing one of those too and just saying, luckily it was soft-boiled. Which is how the French like their eggs. You ever eaten an egg like that, that fancy little thing?
Yeah, like twice, maybe.
Congress is drafting a bill to legalize marijuana because that's how bad the country needs money right now. Guess we'll just start selling drugs.
Fallon? Myers.
That's Fallon.
Congress is drafting a bill to legalize marijuana. Yeah, that's how bad the country needs money right now. We're like, guess we got to start selling drugs.
All right. This weekend, if you're sitting at home, or maybe you set your DVR like I do, because I never don't find myself at home on Saturday enough. Saturday Night Live is back.
Oh, cool. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, it is. It's Saturday. Man, I always like Saturday Night Live, and I say this every time. Look, all the skits aren't always going to be awesome,
of course,
and some of the skits, never forget, were throwaway skits that barely made the show. Like David S. Pumpkins barely made the show. It was like a game time decision. Excuse me, I had to burp there. So every time a new season comes out, people want to know who's going, now who's staying. Now last year, it seemed like Kate McKinnon, Cecily Strong, Adie Bryant, and Pete Davidson seemed like they were all leaving.
Yeah.
But they're not.
Okay.
They're all coming back. Right? Like they did like songs and dances and
Kate McKinnon's one I like the most out of that group.
Really?
Yeah.
Cecily Strong's my girl.
Okay.
I love her, man. I feel like she has really good, like good characters.
She does great characters.
Also, like I don't know. And the problem I have at SNL sometimes is like those people play so many characters. Like you end up like you have a favorite, but you never know what they really are like in real life because they play so many different characters.
With the exception of Pete Davidson,
who plays Pete Davidson. Well, Miles, you should be happy. He's back.
Great. I can't wait till they figure out what character Pete Davidson's going to play. I have a feeling I know who it's going to be. Pete Davidson.
Well, I mean, the thing is, Lauren loves him.
Yeah. Obviously.
Now, 2 people are leaving. Beck Bennett, who I always liked Beck Bennett, right? Mm-hmm. Baby boss. He was always
Mike Pence, I believe.
He was always Mike
Putin,
Pence. Yeah. Like, I liked him, but no, he's out. Then the other featured player, Lauren Holt, she was only there for a year, so you might not like. I had to Google her to see who she was, and I was like, you recognize her, but she was only there for a year. And then Bowen Yang and Chloe Fineman have been promoted to full-on cast members.
Okay.
You know, I should have looked this up. As much as I like SNL, I'm not sure I always know the difference between a cast member and a featured player.
They
only
basically
because they
do
tell
it
you
in the open.
No, I know. I'm just saying, like,
as far
I'm
as,
sure it has something to do with money, or maybe you don't, but, like, it seems like sometimes the featured players are in a lot of skits.
Yeah, I agree. They seem to show up sometimes more than the quote-unquote main cast members.
Yeah. So,
or maybe that's why, because some of the main cast members have such strong characters, you almost use them more sparingly if you know they're going to break out a popular character. I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I should have. I just didn't there. Let's see. They've added some new people who will be featured players. Obviously, I don't know they ever done it, but you don't just show up and become a full on cast member there.
No.
For the record, though, Beck Bennett, like most people that leave people that have been there for years. So I want to say he was there for 7 or 8 years. Mm-hmm. Like he posted a nice message and like I'm good, whatever. But Sarah Sherman, who also goes by Sarah Squim. She's got some weird videos on YouTube. There's James Alston Johnson, who people say does the best Trump impression you've ever seen.
All right.
So he might have got that one just from that one. And then Stereo Athy, you might remember from a stint on Silicon Valley. Yeah.
If I watched it, I might. Yeah.
Yeah. But Saturday Night Live, that comes back Saturday. You'll have Owen Wilson on there. Whoa. Right? Wow. Isn't he whoa or is he wow?
He's wow.
Wow. That's right. I always confuse him with Joey Lawrence or Joseph Lawrence. And Casey Musgraves, who I know is a country singer. Not sure I know her music.
I might. I definitely know her name, but I don't know.
She's attractive.
Yeah, I mean, every once in a while they'll get someone on there at that point in time that has a hit. But for the most part, they're doing their new stuff, and you really don't know. You know what I mean? Like The Weeknd, when he played, that was a big song. So when he came on, and the guy that got in trouble for dropping the N-bomb, his song was big when he was on. But most of the time when the music...
Morgan Wallen.
Yeah, when the musical acts...
Risky Glasses.
Go on, I'm like, I'm not sure I've heard this.
Yeah, a lot of times.
SNL... Right, and you're right. Sometimes it's bigger, but also SNL, they do a very good job of bringing in big acts from different genres.
Sure.
You know what I mean? So I think for a lot of people, if you like rock music, sometimes like I had heard of BTS, the K-pop band, but I never actually heard their music. And I saw them on like Saturday Night Live. Or same with like One Direction years ago. I was like, all right. Like I hear about you guys a lot, but then I saw their song and I was like, all right, that's cool.
Yeah, you don't know anything about it, right?
Yeah, so I usually try to sit through at least one musical performance,
me too.
unless it is somebody like The Weeknd. If I already know his music,
right?
Like I don't know if I'm going to watch it. I will say this: I still say Bieber of all people, man. Now it's a downer song, "Lonely," but he crushed it, and it was.
I remember you saying I never saw that performance, but you were like, dude, he was great.
Yeah, it almost makes you want to cry. I'm dead.
Biebs, you're killing me.
Yeah.
You got that Bieber fever.
Well, just, he's just so popular, but he's still lonely. I don't sing like Bieber.
You don't say.
I don't. Let's see. October 6th. Then after that, you have Remy Malik and Young Thug. And then after that, you'll have Ted Lasso himself, Jason Sudeikis, and Brandi Carlile.
Cool.
Other than that, they haven't... named much farther out, which is pretty general.
I wonder if Brandi will have to quit Pearl Jam to do that.
What?
No, I'm just kidding.
She's in there a lot. Yeah. I don't know. Kim Kardashian, I know a lot of people are like, oh my God, I can't believe Kim Kardashian's going to host.
Why? She's one of the most you can like her or hate her, but she's one of the most popular goddamn people in the U.S.
Yeah, like we were saying in the office, like to Kim Kardashian's credit, like, I do think they'll make fun of themselves. I mean, look, they'll all be on there.
Sure, you know that.
You know what I mean? They'll all pop up in the monologue or something. I don't know how great her monologue would be, but, like, they seem like they're like she'll be okay taking shots at herself.
I think so. I think when you make that much money and you made that much money based on what it is you present to us, you can take shots at yourself.
Yeah, for sure.
You've never done anything serious, so, and she understands that.
Yeah, and like I've said this 1,000 times, I'll keep saying it because it's going to happen. She's going to be president. Kim Kardashian is going to be president. And if you're shaking your head right now in your car, you owe me $100 when it happens.
No, what do you owe them when it doesn't?
Well, nothing. That's why I call this a bold prediction.
But you get the money.
Well, because everybody's saying no way that'll happen. So if it doesn't, you're right. But when it does, you owe me $100. All right, how about dollars? You're shaking your head no right now. You're sitting in your car. You're stuck in traffic. She becomes president. You got to find me. I don't know where I'll be then. Give me that $1.
Mm-hmm. They're gonna hunt you down just to give you that $1, Ted.
Yeah, you can Venmo me. It'll probably be worth maybe 5 cents then.
Yeah.
All right, this one is kind of weird. So NBA's kicking off. Obviously, NHL's kicking off as well, too.
Sure.
And pretty much they're starting preseasons because their seasons run about equal. Like, generally, hockey finishes, then NBA finishes, right? And then you're into baseball and all that kind of stuff. But David Letterman, I don't know if you've heard a bunch about him. I want to say he had some hour-long show he was doing there for a while.
I never saw it, but yeah, there's some show he was doing.
It was an interview show.
Right.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what's funny? David Letterman is one of those people who I used to like his show because some of the bits and everything.
Yeah.
I'm not sure I was ever the biggest fan of David Letterman. Like, even
That's fair.
Like he just, I don't know, he just seems a little ornery and kind of annoys me.
No, I can see why you would think
compared
so.
to the people who are doing the late night shows now. It was a different time.
But like Letterman does a better show, I think, than Fallon does.
I think most people do. But that's not even a shot at Fallon.
Right. I'd much rather hang out with Fallon.
Oh, for sure, man.
You know what I mean? Or
absolutely.
like I don't know, Letterman. And I think Letterman, to his credit, I don't think he really made any bones about it. He was just kind of one of those dudes. He's an old, I know he's from Indiana because he's a big Indianapolis 500 fan.
Right. Huge.
But he had been in New York so long. I mean, that was his thing.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess my point being, I don't know that I'd watch him just do an interview show because I more enjoyed stupid pet tricks.
Right. Doesn't float, all that kind of thing.
Right. People throwing footballs across whatever
top 10
avenues.
list got boring as hell. I mean, a lot of his stuff was just...
Right. Top 10. And to his credit, the top 10 list was genius, right? And I mean, look, we work at radio. A lot of radio stations would do it all the time. I mean, look, I'm reading monologue jokes, so they try to write one,
Yeah.
So, I mean, it was a good idea.
It just ran its course, that's all.
Yeah, but Christ almighty, the dude was on TV forever. So he crashed the Brooklyn Nets press conference the other day and kind of annoyed Kevin Durant. He said he was from Basketball Digest. Some people think Kevin Durant didn't know who he is. If you listen to the whole thing, he clearly knows it's David Letterman.
Right.
And he's kind of having fun with him, too. Also, I always, people always have real strong opinions on Kevin Durant. It's like, look, I grew up in the same county. Much different sections than Kevin Durant.
Right.
But, people like to use the term, we don't play or this or that. Kevin Durant's kind of one of those guys.
He is one of those guys.
Yeah, you're not going to catch him being, with his buddies or people he knows, sure. But generally, he's not cracking jokes and doing this or that.
No, he's not a funny ha-ha guy.
Right. He's not that guy. So, yeah, with Letterman, I was just let Dave, just let it go. Also, like I said the other day, for Kevin Durant and the generation of people that they're David Letterman doesn't mean a ton to them.
No, he's just an old man that they recognize from having been on TV.
Yeah,
which
correct.
Is very accurate.
Yeah, exactly. Sounders are on tonight, and then, I don't know. I've heard some people are into baseball right now, so you might want to watch that.
Yeah, 7:10 tonight. Thank you, Tim. We appreciate it. You are listening to The Men's Room.
Realtors abide by a code of ethics. This is Article 9 in action. Beth, a first-time homebuyer, knew nothing about the home buying process, except that she wanted to buy a home. But her realtor had the expertise to make sure Beth understood every document, even giving her copies to review with her lawyer so Beth could close on her first home with confidence. Complicated things explained in simple terms. The difference between an agent and a realtor is real. Realtors are members of the National Association of Realtors. That's who we are.
Kickstart summer with Memorial Day values at Lowe's. Choose 4 or more eligible Samsung appliances to complete your dream kitchen and laundry room. Plus, get 10% back via MasterCard gift card rebate. Also, save now on the latest Samsung appliances, like the bespoke refrigerator with panels in a variety of colors to mix and match. It's an easy way to create your own unique look. Memorial Day values start now at Lowe's. Shop in-store or online today. Offer ends June 13th. See Lowe's.com/rebates for details.
Geico asks, how would you love a chance to save some money on insurance? Of course you would. And when it comes to great rates on insurance, Geico can help. Like with insurance for your car, truck, motorcycle, boat, and RV. Even help with homeowners or renters coverage. Plus, add an easy-to-use mobile app, available 24-hour roadside assistance, and more, and Geico is an easy choice. Switch today and see all the ways you could save. It's easy. Simply go to geico.com or contact your local agent today.
Take the next step toward the career you want, be it business, cybersecurity, healthcare, or more. UMGC can help you get there. No application fee when you apply by August 31st. Visit umgc.edu, certified to operate by Chev.
Now, let's see what's happening in the real world.
All right, here we go to Japan, where police are looking for a man shouting advice to kids like, don't date someone who won't eat top ramen. Meanwhile, a man driving 103 miles an hour to get feminine hygiene products says he was not trying to outrun the lawman. In Scotland, pictures emerge from hoarder's house like no one has ever seen. Artist takes $84,000 from museum and does something really mean. And a Florida man stuffs an alligator into his garbage can. It's time for your headline.
Now, it's time to hit the headlines. Here's my car.
Top story, we go to Iowa, where a man was caught speeding. He was spotted by an officer going 103 miles per hour in a 65 and pulled him over. While he did plead guilty to the charge, he explained that it was indeed an emergency, as he was going to get his wife sanitary pads. In addition to the $300 fine, his license was also suspended, which he's been fighting ever since.
He was just a complete D-bag to cops, too.
Yeah,
that's right. Yeah, he wouldn't pull over initially, and then he was got...
Right, less than cooperative.
Get him on a body cam, just being a complete D-bag.
Yeah, because Mike and I first talked about it this morning and said, we're both in relationships. If we were the cop, be like, follow me.
Exactly.
Police escort.
I get it, man. Let's go. You need cookies on the way, too? We'll stop at McDonald's. In other news, interesting story out of Japan. A group of kids went to the police about a man that had shouted at them. They said the man had done the drive-by shouting, in which he gave them a bit of advice, shouting, quote, if you get into a relationship with someone, get into a relationship with someone that doesn't eat cup ramen. They are currently on the lookout for the man.
That doesn't eat ramen?
That does not eat cup ramen.
Why are they on the lookout for the man? Look, I mean, as a kid, plenty of things got shouted my way. Some of them are as bad as you think they were.
Sure.
Still didn't call the cops.
Maybe because lawmen think it's bad advice.
But if someone just say, hey, man, you know, they don't eat cup ramen, I'd be like, yeah, I'm okay with that.
You know what? This guy's wrong. Cup ramen's great. Let's track his ass down. I thought the exact same thing. Why? Because they said that the kids went to the police, and the police were like, we
condemn these actions.
We condemn the actions, and we congratulate the kids on coming in. They absolutely made the right decision by coming to the police. I'm thinking, guy shouted at a bunch of kids. He was honestly probably drunk while his buddy drove.
I mean, look, the kids going to the cops, you go, okay, because it's kids responding to something that really...
Sure.
As a cop, I would tell the kids, hey, man, great job. And I'll talk to the other officer. And as soon as they leave, like, we're not doing anything.
No. And I can guarantee you they're not looking for that guy. Public menace.
Probably a cop who drove by. Oh, man. That was Gary.
No cup ramen.
He's still on this weird top ramen thing.
Garbage. Over in Scotland, a maintenance worker posted a photo to Twitter that's causing a lot of concern. He was called to a flat to do some service work and was immediately appalled at the living conditions. I showed you guys this photo earlier. The main attraction in this individual apartment is in the kitchen, where the tenant had not discarded their used tea bags for quite some time. This had to have been at least a year that they had not thrown out any of these tea bags.
I cannot get this image out of my head.
Again, this is in Scotland, where they drink on the daily all this tea, right? The used bags had piled into a massive mountain of trash that nearly reached the ceiling. They stacked these things on what looked to be the stove, and it went from basically waist high all the way up to the ceiling, and it was a good, sturdy mountain at that. Also staining the countertops that they were sitting on. Also in the kitchen were a handful of milk cartons that were empty, dirty dishes, and miscellaneous trash. I told Miles that this is a hoarder in the making, and I thought he made a very apropos point that this is just a hoarder.
Yeah, not in the making.
Made hoarder.
Yeah, this is getting to dangerous levels at this point. People
Mike, they're like the Eagle Scout of hoarders at this point. Based on the picture I saw, like, okay, you got all your merit badges.
Yeah, this one going beyond Eagle Scouts.
I'm going to guess no security deposit back on that one.
Not a friggin' bit, man. I guarantee it.
That would be the kindest landlord ever.
Here's the thing is that, again, this was the maintenance worker. He was going in to, like, work on the plumbing or whatever. He's going in for a quick job, and he sees this. This is not this guy moving out yet. I fear for the day that he has to move out.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah, this is not, we're cleaning out this apartment. No, this guy still actively lives there. There's dirty dishes all over the place. There's garbage on the floor. There's tea bags piled up to the ceiling. Which, again, you and I had this discussion. I thought it summed it up perfectly. Hoarding, I don't fully understand it, but okay, the newspapers. At some point, a big story might drop where now you have the newspaper clipping. I can get why you'd want to collect
I understand how your brain might determine that these things are important to keep, but the tea bags, like, bro,
it's straight garbage.
Right, this is just trash. I mean, this is just trash. It's not like you're keeping a bunch of stuff you should get rid of. Like, this is not Goodwill stuff.
Right.
This is garbage. Yeah, why wouldn't you just put a tea bag in the trash can?
Because he doesn't have one. Or he won't take out the trash and the other one's overflowing. I don't know.
Yeah, I know a lot of people that have a lot of clutter, but trash is just a different thing.
Right. Yeah. Trash is different than clutter.
And again, these tea bags are starting to compress on themselves, so it's squeezing out that old tea and it's just staining the countertops. It's dripping down the sides. This is disgusting. If you get a chance to look at it, go check it out.
Yes.
You'll love it.
Brighten up your day.
Make you feel better about your own place.
Guaranteed.
Haven't done the laundry in a while. Check out this photo.
Okay.
A man video gaining traction online features a man with a gator issue. The video shows a man facing off with a gator that had wandered onto his property, and he's attempting to capture the animal with his trash bin. He scoots the bin on its side, pushing the opening towards the animal as it backs away. He was successful in his endeavor by pushing the lid onto the reptile's head, persuading it to climb into the bin as he brings it right side up again.
Did you watch the video?
I did. It's wild.
Jesus.
It is wild. I don't know if I would have the stomach to do exactly what he did, but
he did it.
Kudos to the guy. Well done.
That's all, Miles. Man, it's enough to deal with the possum. I'm not playing that as.
And that is it for headlines with that. Mike Hawkins.
Thank you, sir. We'll appreciate it. Until more Men's Room coming up. We'll see you on the Odyssey app for the Men's Room Happy Hour episode number 44 coming up next.
Yes, indeed, it is next. But in the meantime, we be all about this bitch for 90 seconds. So until then, please do what you do best. And for Aletha's sake, stay beautiful.
The Men's Room has been taped before a live studio audience. Wardrobe and makeup provided by Mantastic Limited. This has been a presentation of the Men's Room Radio Network. Oh, man! A Double Flush production.
Realtors abide by a code of ethics. This is Article 9 in action. Beth, a first-time homebuyer, knew nothing about the home buying process, except that she wanted to buy a home. But her realtor had the expertise to make sure Beth understood every document, even giving her copies to review with her lawyer so Beth could close on her first home with confidence. Complicated things explained in simple terms. The difference between an agent and a realtor is real. Realtors are members of the National Association of Realtors. That's who we are.
Kickstart summer with Memorial Day values at Lowe's. Choose 4 or more eligible Samsung appliances to complete your dream kitchen and laundry room. Plus, get 10% back via MasterCard gift card rebate. Also, save now on the latest Samsung appliances, like the bespoke refrigerator with panels in a variety of colors to mix and match. It's an easy way to create your own unique look. Memorial Day values start now at Lowe's. Shop in-store or online today. Offer ends June 13th. See Lowe's.com/rebates for details.
Geico asks, how would you love a chance to save some money on insurance? Of course you would. And when it comes to great rates on insurance, Geico can help. Like with insurance for your car, truck, motorcycle, boat, and RV. Even help with homeowners or renters coverage. Plus, add an easy-to-use mobile app, available 24-hour roadside assistance, and more, and Geico is an easy choice. Switch today and see all the ways you could save. It's easy. Simply go to geico.com or contact your local agent today.